Alright, so Takare, back with another Transformers review. And today I got a couple of olds, but still really goods. Picked these guys up off of eBay. And I have here their Beast Wars figures. This is Wolfang and Ramulas. These guys, neither of them showed up in the show, but they're both really great figures. So, let's take a quick look at Wolfang. And he is exactly what his name says. He's a wolf. Not sure exactly what kind of breed this wolf would be, but it is good looking. And yeah, there's plenty of robot kibble. There's his arms. You can see his chest up here around the edges. There's the back of the legs. Yeah. But this is early to mid-90s animal formers. You kind of forgave that. Articulation-wise, nothing on the front. Back, you got ball-jointed hips. You got kind of knees here. But the real nice bit about this guy is all the nicely molded in fur detail all over the place. Don't really know why his eyes would be green, but yeah. Let's go and put him off to the side and bring Ramulus back in. Now, Ramulus is from a later series called the Transmetal 2s. And they're basically Borg. They're techno-organic. You know, you see some fur lining here, but then up here there's all techno detailing stuff all over. Now, this guy came out towards the latter end of the Beast Wars series, so he's got a lot better articulation in animal mode. He's got kind of, well, actually that's transformation joint and it's kind of loose, but it gives him galloping action, right? Yeah. Ball-jointed hips. He's got an upper knee, a secondary knee. Up here on the front, he's got swivel shoulders, kind of in and out, and a forward knee. You can see there's this ram head right there. And it's funny, he actually has this spark crystal hidden right underneath there. This is a little bit of a feature that the Transmetal 2 figures did. And yeah, there's still robot kibble underneath. But again, these were, you know, beast figures. You kind of had to forgive that to a point. Let's go and get my comparison shots in here. Let's compare him with a later figure, but still older. This is Generations Drift. I don't know, I kind of dig the idea of animals being the same size as cars. And here is a much more current figure. This is Generations Prime. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into transforming these guys. Let's start with the older figure. And his transformation is actually pretty self-explanatory. You're going to come back here, you're going to pull the legs down and out and fold out the feet. Fold out the feet. Now up here, his whole back section becomes his weapons. You don't need to pull it off for transformation, but just for the sake of ease, let's go ahead and pull out his tail. That becomes his gun. And pull his whole back clean off. And I need to adjust the camera again. So we're going to go ahead and stand them up now. And you're going to unpeg the front legs. You're going to fold these panels up. And then collapse the entire thing down. And before you pull the arms away, you're going to want to split the head. And when you bring it up to the side, there's a ball joint attached to the inside of the head. You're going to want to turn it like that. There we go. And those will become like shoulder pads. Really, either way that makes it easier. There you go. And just go ahead and bring the arms out. Like so. And I just knocked one of his missiles out. And I really do enjoy this figure. This is a good Transformer. Definitely an example of good beast formers compared to the other figures in the lines that were available. Articulation-wise, he's got ball-jointed shoulders. He's got an underarm swivel. He's got double-jointed elbows. Well, not a single joint, but it works like a double joint. So you can get a huge range of motion out of that. No waist articulation, ball-jointed hips, and a nice, almost double knee also. This is an example of a really good figure, and the head sculpt is just insane. Now, this is really the only thing I don't like about him. is because of that huge chin. Look at that chin! Oh my goodness, you can land a friggin' plane on that thing. As also another little feature they had is the mutant heads, but in this case it's really more of a battle mask. So really, no back kibble, but there is plenty of animal kibble all over. There's the skirts, there's the arms. The wolf head becomes really more of shoulder panels than anything else. And of course we have his guns, his accessories. His tail becomes a gun, and his shield, his back, flip that panel around, and flip that out, and that becomes his shield. And his 2 missiles are actually stored in his back. And the interesting thing about this figure is that even though he's almost 20 years old, this spring is incredibly strong. This thing will shoot up easily 2 feet straight up in the air. Okay, well that one didn't shoot up as high. I don't know why. Maybe it's the missile itself. Let's go ahead and stick that in his hand and put him in the back there. And let's bring Ramulus back in. Now I really do enjoy Ramulus. With his transformation, you're going to pop the top of his horns off, put that off to the side. Flip the entire head. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. First, you gotta bring the arms, the front legs out to undo the arms. And make sure you pull these hinge assemblies out and out of the way. Then, you're going to pull the robot torso out and down. And make sure you line it up properly so you can peg it into the legs, like that. And flip out these little heel spurs on his legs. And then just straighten out all the kibble. This guy actually has a really simple transformation compared to Wolfang, but it almost comes out with a much better looking robot too. And his horns become kind of a cheesy weapon. It's supposed to be some kind of attack claw thing. Put him in the back there. It's about an attack claw thing, but it really just doesn't work. And there's a little peg there on his hand, but I really do prefer pegging that onto his arm to make it kind of a crossbow sort of weapon. And that right here is really the biggest problem with this figure. It doesn't want to stay pegged together when you're messing with it. Articulation wise, bowl jointed shoulders, upper arm swivel, double jointed elbow. He's got these really cool like spike claw things going on here. I really do enjoy that. And the legs become the legs, bowl jointed hips, knee. The head's on a swivel, and that head sculpt, I love that head sculpt. He really does in the end come across as kind of a demonic knight almost. And something that a lot of people have actually complained about is these legs on his shoulders become just hanging there as kibble, but to me they're kind of almost like weapons. He's gonna swing around and kick you in the head. I like that. And if you pose him right, you actually kind of get a flight mode out of him. Because he's got these little vents on the bottom of his feet, bottom of his hooves, so you can kind of get a flight mode going on. That looks really, really creepy. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I really like this guy. Let's go ahead and get my comparisons in here. And let's go ahead and start with the older figure, slightly older figure, Drift. As you can see, Drift's about the same size as the other two guys. And let's put him next to Orion Pax. Yeah, Orion Pax is a little bit smaller, but they're actually not too bad together. So, I can highly recommend both of these guys. Original price back in the 90s, they're about $10 each. And you can get them on eBay now. I paid about $15 each for these guys, and I'm very happy with that price. More happy with Ramulus than Wolfang. I actually had Canine, which is the German Shepherd mold of him. They're both great figures. I wouldn't pay more than like $20 on eBay for them, but one thing you need to pay attention on the trans metal figures is there's all this chrome on there. You can kind of see that's starting to wear off a little bit. I personally like that. It shows a little bit of like a battle damaged, battle worn kind of effect going on. But be aware of that if you are picking these guys up secondhand. So yeah, it's been a review of Beast Wars Wolfang and Beast Wars Transmo 2 Ramulas. Thanks for watching.